Hello and welcome to Midday Cabaret. We're coming to you live at the Broadway Rose Theater. My name is Dan Murphy. I'm the managing director, and we're here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And we're glad that you're able to join us today. We want to thank Pearson Financial. Pearson Financial has been a sponsor of ours for over 25 years, and we appreciate all the support we get from Conrad Pearson, Bonnie Conger, and everybody over at Pearson Financial. Many, many, many years, so thank you. Today's guest, you're just going to love. She is a powerhouse singer and actress, and you will remember her from our productions of Beehive and the most recent Nunsense. So would you please welcome Antonía Darlene. Hello,
Hi.
Antonía. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Great. Thank you. So tell us how you have been keeping creative during this time of COVID.
Oh, wow. COVID times. I've got five adorable children
Oh my
who
gosh.
keep me very, very busy and very creative because when you're not allowed to leave the house or go anywhere, you got to be super inventive, you know?
Yeah.
Like I have learned so many things. My daughter taught me how to make chopsticks the other day.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I mean, I thought you just pick up two sticks, but there's like a complicated science behind it, apparently. So
Excellent.
we did that.
Great. Great.
But
Before,
yeah.
before we get going, I want to remind people that they can go ahead and submit some questions for Antonia. So any burning desire or something you need to know about her, this would be the opportunity. And we'll go ahead and get to a few of them later on in the broadcast. So Antonia, we're going to start from your childhood. You were an
Yes,
Air Force brat.
I
And,
was.
and so tell us where you were born and some of the travels as you were growing up.
I was born in California, Southern California, and then my mother got orders to England when I was really young. We moved there, and then from there we moved directly into Germany. And I mean, it was a whirlwind of a childhood. My mother is very much a traveling person, like a traveling soul, if you will. She would take us on vacation every weekend, like anywhere she could think of, and on a dime. This woman was fantastic. She would just pack us all into a car, and off we would go.
Wow.
We would have these wild adventures about ferries and all kinds of things all over Europe. And so then I wanted to do the same thing for my kids, but Germany is a long way off. So
The bulk of that time was spent in Germany, though,
yeah,
after
most of it
after England.
actually. Yeah, and my mom was amazing about immersing us in the culture. She sent me to a German school. We had German friends. I had a German tutor. She went out of her way to make sure that we really got the best of both worlds, kind of
Hmm.
thing. So
Hmm.
it was really awesome.
And eventually, you made your way back to the United States, to
We
the
did.
East Coast.
She got orders to go to Maryland when I was about 13, I think.
Hmm.
12, 13, something somewhere or other. And we headed back to Maryland, and then not long after that, she got orders to Washington, which was always her dream list was Washington. She wanted to be as close to her family as possible, and her family
Hmm.
was here from Portland. So
Oh,
so we
good.
got to McCord, and then we were there for a while, like 10
Uh-huh.
years, I think, and then we moved down to Portland finally.
Okay. So living in that area up near Tacoma and Lakewood, and
Yeah.
you started performing. Now, tell me, you started performing in high school, or when was that?
Okay, so I started performing in Maryland.
Oh.
I did choir for a long time, but then I did a talent show when I was about 16 years old, and I lost. I did. But I went to the coordinator of the talent show, and I asked what I could do in the future
Hmm.
to maybe do better. And she said, if you would not lip sync in the future, that would be a good start. And I was like, oh, I'm not lip syncing. So she was like, wait, what? And so she played the track. She heard that there was no one else singing, and she was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. So
Was it too late? Too late to
it
give
was
you
it
first
was
prize?
too late. Too late. I don't know that I would have won anyway, but still, it was kind of eye opening. I told my mom the story, and she was like, "Oh wait, maybe, maybe other people think you're good too." Because she always thought like I'm the biased mom. I
Sure.
think my daughter's the most amazing thing in the world, but she wanted, like when she heard it from other people, she was like, "Oh." that I'm the most amazing thing in the world. She heard that from everyone. Yes. I'm just kidding. But yeah, she started to hear that, maybe there's some talent behind it. So she really nurtured that, and she found me a bunch of different avenues. And when I told her that I wanted to perform, she found audition after audition. And one of my first ones was Tacoma Musical Playhouse, where I auditioned for Ragtime, and I got Sarah's Friend, which was the lowest song I've ever sung to this day. But it was a really amazing experience. And of course, I fell in love with theater and had to do it forever.
Right,
So,
right. So Tacoma Playhouse
hmm
was your first sort of non-educational theatrical endeavor.
yeah. After high school, it's
Yeah.
Tacoma Musical Playhouse.
Uh-huh. And then from
hmm
there, some of the other theaters, Harlequin and some of the other theaters in the
Yeah,
surrounding
Harlequin
area.
Productions did some amazing work. Oh gosh, this is from 12th Night of Stardust. This one's from Operation Stardust. One of the directors down at Olympia, they used to write these amazing Christmas shows that were super fun to perform in. There was all
Hmm.
40s music, and it was just, I mean, like, I love 40s music. A lot of the songs that I chose today are 40 songs, and two of them
Hmm.
are actually from some of these shows. I
Oh,
think.
good, good.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then so you worked there a couple of years at some of those
I
surrounding
did. hmm
Tacoma. Um, I know oh, look at
Oh
you.
yeah, Soul on Fire. Yes. Yes, blonde hair. I was in beauty school at this time, so of
Oh,
course I
okay.
was rocking whatever hair color, fit my fancy.
Right, right.
Oh goodness, this is the Christmas Survival Guide, Sarabaya Santa. It's this. I love a good lament, literally
Hmm.
any
Hmm.
any lament, and I'll sing it. So these
Right.
are fantastic.
Wow.
Oh goodness,
So then you did that while you were going to school during the day, and
yes.
then these were all in the evenings and the
hmm
night. Wow, that's great. Okay, this is a cabaret. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set up our first song,
Yes,
please.
let's. And this
All
is
right.
one of those 40s, standards. Ella Fitzgerald, you want to give us a go? Here we go. It's called Misty. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just in your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty whenever you're near. Can't you see that you're leading me on? And it's just what I want you to do. Can't you see that I'm hopelessly lost? That's why I'm following you. Oh, my own. I could wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. That's the end. We're just gonna end there.
Oh,
Too long
nice. That's just beautiful. That's
Oh, thank
beautiful.
you.
Well, you didn't have the band to give it up to, so
Right? Yeah. Hey, and well, I do
they're
have a
all out in the
sound guy.
backyard.
Right? Yeah. No, the band is outside, or else we
So
couldn't
then,
record.
after some of the local theaters more in your neighborhood, you also ventured up to the Village Theater. which
I
is now starting to
did.
play with the big guys, Village Theater in the
Yes.
Fifth Avenue. So what are some of the things you did up at Village?
Well, at Village, I did. I started with Aida, and then went into Showboat and
Hmm.
Saint Heaven. I did a lot of readings, a lot of new works for the Village,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then at the Fifth, we did Cinderella, Rent, some really, really good, like well-known, really fun shows, which
Yeah.
was really fun for my career because, like, there's only so many times you get to do Cinderella, and
Right.
it's fun every time.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it, but I remember seeing the pictures, and it was really kind of a crazy over the top
Oh, it
Cinderella.
was. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah, and the costumes were divine.
Yeah.
But that show actually brought me into wigs because
Uh-huh.
Mary, the wig master at the Fifth, heard that I had a license and she wanted to see some of my work. So I showed her some stuff and she was like, "Oof, you need work." But by the grace of goodness Lord, she decided to take that effort and put it into me, which was really nice. And she like
Great.
honed my craft a
Hmm.
lot when I was
Hmm.
younger. So yeah, I owe a lot of my wig stuff to Mary for sure.
Yeah. What was the show that you most recently did wigs for them?
That was Bliss. Bliss was a show
Oh,
that came over from New York, and before that was Doubtfire, and that was a
right.
blast.
Right.
Yeah.
Bliss. Yes, Cheryl Caller was the director of Bliss. She
Oh
was my
yeah.
next door. She was my next door neighbor in the dorm room at Emerson College for the year that I went.
Oh
So
my
that was a
goodness,
long,
small
long
world.
time ago.
Oh, it was super fun to
Um,
work with her though. The show was
yeah,
the music was really really amazing. So
yeah. Yeah, that's great. So then you also participated because I know New Works, especially at the Village, is a really big thing, and they have an
yeah,
annual festival, I think, in August, where they cultivate these writers and these new works.
yeah,
And
they
Brandon
do.
Ivy is the head of that now. But talk a little bit about that showcase that they do because I had never heard of
Well,
this
Brandon,
at all.
before Brandon was heading up the New Works department at the Village, he had started this cabaret, I guess, in a sense, that where he would just ask new singers and new writers, new musical theater composers to submit their work, and he would pick songs and pick artists, and he would put them together and put on these shows. And I mean, these shows were super long, but they were so fantastic, and these songs were wild and super fun.
Wow.
But yeah, Brandon had started that, and I think he did it for years. He might even still do it. I don't even
Yeah.
know. But
Oh,
it's been going for a really long time,
yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, he definitely gives people a platform to show
Great.
their new work, and
Great.
that's really amazing.
Yeah.
In musical theater especially.
Yeah. We have a little clip. So let's take a look
Oh,
at this clip.
Every show must have an ensemble. Without it, things wouldn't be right. And every crowd needs at least one person who doesn't happen to be white. And that girl is usually me. Seems like I'm just filling a quota. And every time I ever have lines, they yes, I and yes, I and no, sir. When it comes to the plot, I play no significant role. I'm just a random black girl singing the soul. And I can duck my head and I squinch out my eyes. And then I'll open my mouth. I'm a living boy. And at the end of the song, when it's time to let go, I give him a dose of my vibrato.
You know how to work a crowd. They love you.
oh, thank you. That was so long ago.
Yeah, yeah. With RJ at the piano.
Oh yes, yes, it was RJ, and I think I performed that song with RJ all of the times that I did it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's amazing too.
yeah. Well, then we were fortunate enough to have you walk into our doors when we put out the notice that we were casting Beehive. So I want to let you
Yes.
explain, and then I'll supplement. When you came into our audition, what
Um,
condition you were in?
well, I believe I was 9.5 months pregnant at the time. I was ginormous, and I came in. My mom actually found the audition. Again, props to the mom. She found the audition, and so I went, and I was so large, but I was singing my song, and whoo, big contraction started, and I was like, oh, oh my gosh. And I remember asking Dan, I was like, oh, I think I need to stop. Can I just stop? Can I stop for a second? For a second. And I was like, can I sing the other song? Because this song, obviously, I wasn't supposed to sing it. Can I just switch? Probably one of top 10 worst auditions I've ever
No,
done.
well, you did well by it because I think you had the baby maybe 10 days to 2 weeks
Yeah,
later, if
literally.
that.
Pretty
And
sure.
and then just in time to come to the callbacks.
Yes,
So,
yes, which was lucky for me.
my gosh, I
Yes,
mean,
but I,
very few times can we say to somebody at the callback, so what have you been up to? Well, I went and had a baby and now
I spat that out, and now I'm ready to move on.
I'm right. So, of course, the great news is you were in our production of Beehive.
I was.
But what is so funny about that is, so now we start rehearsals, and what do you share with us when you come in?
Okay, guys, so don't hate me, but I think I'm like pregnant again.
Yes, indeed. God. Keeping a bucket off stage left, just in case.
Yes, and I used that bucket many, many a night, unfortunately.
Well, so
Tina Turner, man, she takes it out of you.
so what were some of your favorite moments about Beehive? That you blew the roof off.
Oh man, I mean, well, Tina Turner is fantastic, but my favorite moment in that show was definitely the duet between Andrea and myself. Andrea, I think it's Vardy Jones. Don't quote me on that, but Andrea and I were terrified of this duet, but it turned into one of the most amazing musical theater experiences I've ever had. She and I like made some real magic, I think, and the
Yes.
song it shone.
Yes. And what is one of my favorite things, which there are a lot of moments in the Broadway Rose history where I like to stand in the back or stand over by the exit door to listen, and it's to listen to you ladies sing that song and the joy that it brought me to hear the audience just go crazy over it. It was unbelievable what they got to
Thank you.
experience with you two doing that.
Thank
And so,
you.
and then of course after that, a couple of years later, most recently, we brought you back to play Sister Hubert in Nunsense, and
That was
there
a
you are.
blast.
Yeah, well, covered from head to toe. Enough of that flashy Tina Turner stuff.
Right?
And you were very kind because you had to work with a well-known diva here at the Broadway Rose. And then, of course, once again in that show, you blew the roof off. You know,
thank
given
you.
that finale number. What a treat!
That
Just
is
a
a
treat.
really, such a fun show. I mean, it sold so well, and people just
Yeah.
really love the joy. I think that
Yeah.
it's constant. Like the joy starts and it doesn't
You're
end
right.
until the very end.
You're right. It's really fun to
such a
just
great
make people
show.
laugh the whole
Yes.
2 hours.
Yeah. I really loved that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Except
So,
for the
hey,
habit. So hot.
except for that, yeah. So now we're going to take a question. Let's see
Oh,
what somebody
yes.
would like to know from our audience. And Emily Tormey Do, what was it like singing such well-known music in Beehive? How did you balance paying tribute to those iconic women while honoring your own voice? Wow.
That's such a good question. Vocal placement is such a special thing because you really have to it's something no one can teach you. It's something you have to feel and make sure that you're doing it right for yourself. And so those songs, like Aretha, and like I feel like no one can really do them justice, but I mean trying to find vocal placement that was good for me that fit my voice was the only way that I could do it. I mean, I'm like, I hope this pleases you, Aretha, but all I can do is me.
Yeah.
And so I think, when you're trying to pay tribute to someone who is so fantastic and so amazing, the best thing you can do is do your best.
Yeah.
Which is what I tried to do.
Well, and you sang in so many different styles, but I don't ever remember you coming in and being vocally tired or anything. So however you know how to maneuver it to keep healthy, you do a beautiful job.
I have lost my voice so many times. I feel like I lose my voice at the drop of a hat, but the mixing, I definitely a strong mixer, and I don't do any belting. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
scared.
Well, and you'll sing forever because of that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Good, good. Okay, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to remind people that they can send in some questions if
Okay.
they would like, because we'd like to keep this interactive like
I
that.
think we're gonna do.
And in the meantime, why don't you, Antonia, go ahead and set up this second song for us?
Okay, this one's called I Don't Want to Walk Without You, Baby. It is one of the songs that we sang for one of those 40s cabarets back in the day. But I love the 40s. Anything Ella Fitzgerald is really going to get my heart going. Thank you. All our friends keep knocking at my door. They've asked me out 100 times or more, but all I say is leave me in my gloom, 'cause here I'll stay within my lonely room, 'cause I don't wanna work without you, baby. Walk without my arms about you, baby. I thought the day you left me behind, I'd take a stroll and get you right off my mind. But nothing that I don't wanna walk without the sunshine. Why'd you have to turn off all that sunshine? Oh, baby, please come back, or you'll break my heart for me, 'cause I don't wanna work without you. No, sorry.
Hmm. Ah.
Ah.
That was beautiful. So great. Now, I didn't mention in that earlier pregnancy segment, but we can certainly mention it now that I know Sharon approached you about Ain't Misbehavin'. So when she had initially made that call,
Yes.
what did you tell her?
Well, I told her, yes, I'd love to do the show. And then I called her back and said, I'm pregnant
Oh my
again.
gosh. I think what everybody's learning is stay away from the water fountain at Broadway Rose. You
I
don't
think
know what's in
that's
the
what-
water. But we were fortunate enough with all that beauty school experience and and the Fifth Avenue wig experience that we were able to take advantage of that and have you design the wigs,
That's true.
which they did make the photo shoot, even if they didn't make it onto stage
They
yet.
did. Yes, and that's
Oh.
all I was there for, really.
Good. So now your family, which grows every time we come back after a song.
Yes.
So-
Yes, actually, I just had another one.
Where did you meet your husband? Your
I met my
patient,
husband.
loving husband.
Well, we worked together, but I didn't meet him there. I met him at a bar, and I jumped him that night, and then I just never let go, and he just got stuck with me. Here we are.
And
Poor
so,
soul.
how about your kids? How old are they? What age group? I mean, we know that some of them must be 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes. Wow. Just keep going. I think you named them all. I have 2 9-year-olds. I have a 3-year-old who is going on 64,
Okay.
and a 2-year-old, and then a 5-month-old.
Wow. How great. How great.
They're
I'm one
pretty
of 11
wild, but
kids.
they're really fun.
Yeah. I know what it's like to come from a big family. But how
Yes.
great.
Oh, yes. You.
Oh, yeah.
Jish.
Well, we're going to take a couple more questions from our
Okay.
viewers. So let's see what inquiring minds want to know.
We're taking questions.
From Malia, our girl Malia Tibbetts. Antonia, Who is your favorite co-star you have ever worked with?
Oh dear. Well, it's Malia, duh.
Hello.
What a hard question. My favorite co-star, you all are. So awesome. How can I not love all of you?
Well, how about one of the favorite shows you've done?
Oh man. My favorite show that I've done? Ooh, I feel like it's so hard, but it's Heart Island, hands down.
Heart Island.
Yeah, that show, it rips your heart out, throws it on the floor, stomps on it a little bit, and then puts it back with this like different perspective and this like respect. And it's just a beautiful piece of work. I think it's amazing. I can't wait for it to go further. I hope it goes further.
Yeah. Let's take another question. See
Okay.
what's up. Paul Urban. Wonderful. What is your dream role you would like to perform?
Oh, it's Dolly Levi.
Oh.
One day, I'm going to be old enough to play Dolly.
Yeah, you have plenty of time.
I do. I have lots of time, and I actually need to wait. I heard the Village was doing it, and of course I was on Jessica's phone like immediately. Jessica? And she was like, girl, stop. What are you, 13 and a half? Stop.
Wasn't
No.
Carol Channing about 94 when she did her last revival?
I've got some time. I think
Yes.
maybe I should wait. So.
Yes. And that is a perfect musical.
Oh, gosh,
So
I love it.
Everything, all the characters, everything. It's just great.
It is. And you know what? The only reason I really want to do it, the hats. I deserve to wear those hats.
Yes, you do.
I
You
do. Thank you, Dan.
And who can argue? You can stand there and pose and have all those dancing boys around you.
Yes. Yes. See,
great.
you're just making me want to do it more. It's not
Okay.
fair.
Well, it depends. Maybe you can be further enough away from the audience that you'd be able to pull it off.
Well, if you
Super.
guys ever did it, I'd be pregnant, so it wouldn't matter
Right.
anyway.
So, well, let's go ahead and let's get another song. Why don't you set this one up
Okay.
for us?
Well, this one is actually from Heart Island. Heart Island is a beautiful musical about immigrants and race in America, the systematic injustices. And this song is a mother singing to her daughter who has just lost her baby boy, and she is sending her the family blanket. All right, thank you. I'm sorry, can you start that over? I can't hear it. Sorry, technical difficulties. I'm sorry, something broke. Can you do it again? I'm so sorry, my microphone has broken. When Grandmama's belly grew heavy and full, and her child was ready to come. No blanket for the baby, no cotton or wool. She had nothing to make blanket from. So she pulled out the scissors and all of their clothes. She started cutting, the socks lost their toes. And a sleeve and a hem, here a pleat, there a cuff, until finally Grandma had chopped off enough to make a blanket. Then she got to stitching before baby arrived, each day sewing that blanket with care. For Grandma believed that a baby would thrive if the blanket was sewn with a prayer. Lord, help this blanket keep my baby warm. Let it protect her, whatever the storm. Each stitch was a hope, every thread was a dream. Grandma wove in her love through each perfect seam. She made the blanket. The baby was born, another soon after. Our houses were filled with gurgles and laughter. Each day
generation gave birth to another, and the blanket was passed down from mother to mother. And when we have baby, all gently wrap our sweet little child in that blanket of scrap. No, don't. Now you have a baby who did not take a breath. No one there who can help you to grieve. This blanket's for baby to protect him in death. You must take to his gravesite and leave. Say we are sorry that he did not live, did not know his mama and all she could give. Let him know that he's loved by his whole family. Let him know he is missed and always will be. Give him the blanket. Whew, song gets me every time.
Ooh, is right. What a beautiful song. Beautiful. And I've read Heart Island, both for the Village and for National Alliance for Music Theater, and it really does. It tugs. It's exactly how you described it.
Show.
So let's hope it's on that trajectory that it
Right.
needs to be, so everybody else can
Yes.
enjoy it too.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, so now we're going to lighten the mood a little
good.
bit, and you're going to bring in the first
all
shift,
right.
who is going, and you introduce them, and they're going to help sing us
Yes,
out.
they are. Okay, bring them all in. Here they come. Here come the horde. Oh, I better move every cup. Hey guys, come on over. Huh?
Winter was about to fall asleep.
Oh, good, because it's perfect timing. Here, come on, guys. Okay, sit. Come here, baby. Hey. Hey, are you gonna come sit with us? Here, right here.
I want to come.
Oh, don't touch that. Okay, walk around. Come here, Deb.
Do you like my curls, Jackie?
Oh, I love your curls. Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, can you turn that all the way this way? There we go. Here we go, guys. You ready? Okay. Ready? Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memory. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound, for in this river all is found. In her waters, deep and true, lie the answers and the path for you. Dive down deep into her sound, but not too far or you'll be drowned. Yes, she will sing to those who hear, and in her song all magic flows. But can you brave what you most fear? Can you face what the river knows? Where the north wind meets the sea, then all is found.
Nice job,
Nice
ladies.
job, guys.
Yeah. So, Antonia, go ahead and introduce who.
Okay.
Hello. Who is
so
just
this right
singing?
here is Blue. Can you say hi, Blue? Say hi. This is Aurelia.
Hi.
This
Aurelia.
is Winter, and this is
Winter.
Jessie.
Jesse. Hi. Hi.
Hi. Say hi, everybody.
Haha. Thank you all for taking time out of what I'm sure was a very busy day. So,
Oh yes, busy. Okay, you have to be
and
quiet.
thank you for dressing up. You all look so nice.
Yes, yes.
So,
Complete with Kool-Aid stains.
exactly. Exactly. Antonia, thank you so much for joining us this
Thanks
afternoon.
for having us.
Oh, I really appreciate it. And it's always a delight to hear you sing. And I look
Thank
forward to
you.
getting you back here on our stage.
Me too.
Good. Good. All right. Be well. Well, folks, that is our show for this week. What a treat, huh? With all that little surprise ending there. Please be sure and join us next week when our guest will be Maria Tucker. Maria has been in several shows with us, Bethel Whorehouse in Texas, and she was in Cats and West Side Story. And then she's also an incredible choreographer. So she choreographed for us Guys and Dolls, Gypsy, Oklahoma, and she teaches for us. And so we're going to take a different shift with the cabaret and focus a little bit more on dance. So we're really looking forward to that. In the meantime, thank you all for your support during this COVID time. We appreciate everything that people are doing to help us get through this, get through it together. And I look forward to seeing you in the lobby as soon as we can. Bye.